Oh my freaking God, ladies and gentlemen, Hell in a Cell 2022 is now in the books. Let's talk about it. All right, so this is a 7 match card, so it's not going to be super long. But before we get into it, before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, I have to give a huge thank you to a fellow a wrestling YouTuber named Millennial Smark. He actually gave me an idea that actually made my prep for this so much better. So, in his review of AEW's Double or Nothing pay per view, which I did not watch because that would involve paying $50 for a match, like a car for to watch something. No, thank you. No, I'm not cheap. I have better things to do with my money. He's basically he let it slip. He's like, well, I was looking through Wikipedia, and then I discovered blah 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 to fit where the matches went in the card. So here's the funny thing: that simple phrase, "I was looking through Wikipedia to do blank," inspired me to go over to Wikipedia and actually see if Wikipedia actually had a list of the matches that were on this thing, because I can't spell half these wrestlers' names with shit. So it's kind of a pain in the ass for me because I misspelled to the point to where I'm like, who the fuck did I mean to write in my notes? So went over to Wikipedia, hooked it up. Huge thank you to Millennial Smark. In the description below of this video, his um, YouTube channel is linked. Go over there and enjoy his content. I do. He's got some good stuff. Anyway, our first match, there was no pre-show match. It was literally just them talking for an hour. Booker T, the British dude, some other dude, Kayla Braxton, and Jerry Lawler were just talking and basically being sports center for an entire a pregame show for an entire hour. Whatever. Who cares? Fuck it. I had things to do. Anyway, first match was a triple threat match. Bianca Belair, who's the champion, versus Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Asuka and Bianca Belair were kind of the Bianca Belair was definitely the face, which is the good guy for those that may not know. Asuka was kind of, maybe midway, face or heel, depending on what she needed to be. And Becky Lynch was just a bitch. But I love Becky Lynch as a bitch, because Becky Lynch as a bitch basically means that Becky Lynch the bitch is probably one of the best talkers in on Raw. She's honestly one of the best talkers on Raw, one of the best talkers on the mic. So great job, great heel work, but unfortunately, Bianca Belair defeated Asuka and Becky Lynch to retain her WWE Monday Night Raw Women's Championship. So who know? We'll find out what happens next for her on tomorrow's Raw, because tomorrow is Monday, ergo Monday Night Raw tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the USA Network. Anyway, so congratulations to Bianca for defeating Becky Lynch and Asuka in probably a 30-minute match, half-hour match. I don't know how long, but it was fast-paced. It was like, wow. Good match, good match. Good job, guys. Good job, good job. Anyway, moving on. This was a fun one. Bobby Lashley versus Omos versus MVP. Oh, excuse me. Let me rephrase that because that's not the case. Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, Omos is 7'3". He's destructive. He's a monster. He's everything. MVP is probably one of the smartest individuals to ever think in a WWE ring. He can talk. He can think. He's one of the smartest and craftiest people. Bobby Lashley is the almighty son of a gun, superhero, supervillain, depending on how you want him to be. He's good at both of them. Bobby Lashley wins this thing. He makes MVP tap out in the middle of the ring after literally removing Omos physically. Again, Omos is 7'3", 400x amount of pounds. Bobby Lashley removes him and then makes MVP tap out like this. So congratulations to Bobby Lashley on your victory. That'll be interesting to see what happens on Raw tomorrow. All right, we have another Raw one. A lot of Raw, Monday Night Raw related content. We have Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. This is a really weird story. If you're not following this story, you have Ezekiel, who is the same wrestler that plays Elias, is also playing Ezekiel, who claims to be the younger brother of Elias. We don't know where Elias is. We just know Ezekiel's there. Elias is not there, but in the story. But Kevin Owens has been dastardly trying to figure out this guy's a liar. Ezekiel is Elias. Actually, Ezekiel is a liar. So they decide to have a match. And unfortunately, Kevin Owens wins the match. I wanted Ezekiel to win, but oh well. I guess we'll see where this goes on Raw. It was what it was. It was moderately okay. It wasn't great. Wasn't just kind of there. Like okay. It's one of those matches where you can go and get your popcorn, your tea, or wait for your grilled cheese sandwich to come in. Speaking of which, I got a video on what I had for dinner tonight because oh doggy. Now, I was eating dinner during this entire match. The next match is another Raw one. Um, Finn Bálor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley, Edge, and Damian Priest. The Judgment Day is what wrestling fans call a faction. So that basically means that the faction, the Judgment Day, is a dominant destructive force that we all need to bow down to. And these three, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan, are just three superstars who are like, no, dog. We ain't doing that. No, dog. So they're fighting the Judgment Day. Unfortunately, after one of the most one of the most intense matches on the card up to that point, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But up to that point, ladies and gentlemen, you had one of the greatest matches of all. I enjoyed the match. I was eating. Maybe it's because I was eating food at the time, but I absolutely fucking enjoyed the match. Fantastic match, fantastic match. But unfortunately, the Judgment Day won. I guess but that's fine. We'll see where that goes on Raw tomorrow. Again, another Raw one, but whatever. Here is a SmackDown match. Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. Now, I haven't been watching SmackDown as much as I should, but from what I can gather based on the vignette before the match, Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss used to make jokes and be haha, funny, funny, la la la. Just all lols. Memes and lols, memes and lols, memes and lols. Until Happy Corbin wasn't so happy, snapped at Madcap for doing something wrong and something atrocious, and beat the living fucking piss out of him. So, after that, Madcap Moss was like, nah, dog. Corbin beat him to the point where he went to the local medical facility, which is code for hospital. So he went to the hospital in kayfabe and was taken out. So Madcap came back and started beating the piss out of Corbin. Whatever. But honestly, this was a no holds barred match. Wikipedia did not mention that this was a no. Well, he probably did, but I didn't see it. A no holds barred match, but I was in for this because the no holds barred match, ladies and gentlemen, as I try and speak while yawning, the no holds barred match was literally everything I wanted it to be. Brutal, violent, and just in your face, oh my god moments. What a great match. Anyway, Madcap Moss got his revenge by defeating Happy Corbin and making Happy Corbin oh so sad. So I guess we'll see what happens on Friday. Boo-hoo. Oh, God. I like Austin Theory, or as he's now called, just Theory, or Theory, because he's a perfect, like, uh, millennial. Arrogant, brash, and annoying as fuck, which is perfect for a wrestling heel. He is one of my favorite wrestling heels simply because he's so annoying. I'm going to take selfies every time that I win or every time I beat someone up because my Instagram game has to be on fleek. Oh, the boss has my support, my full support. Therefore, I can do whatever I want. You know how it is. It's great. It's great. One of the best young heels on Raw. So you got Theory versus Mustafa Ali from Chicago, Illinois, where the match is taking place. So you got Mustafa Ali. Unfortunately, I wanted Mustafa to win, but unfortunately, Theory won. And then he took a couple selfies over the prone form of Mustafa Ali. I don't know if they're posted anywhere, but I'll bet you they are. So I was like, bummer. It's like, how am I going to get over this sad loss by Mustafa Ali? Like, it's going to be a letdown. Oh, I know. The best match in wrestling in years. And I'll say that because I don't care if people agree with me or not. If anyone tells me that this isn't a 5-star match, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins round 3 inside Hell in a Cell, if this isn't a 5-star match, then somebody needs to reevaluate their brain. This was a fucking classic. This was a fantastic classic. This was something. Oh, this was a story there. There was a story there. The story started out when you had Cody freaking Rhodes. You got Cody Rhodes. I think it's his right pectoral, literally torn off the bone, and he took off his ring jacket, and the crowd could see it purple. A purple pectoral muscle, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if that's kayfabe. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if it's a work. I don't know if it's shoot. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's fake. It doesn't matter. It told a great story there. Seth Rollins, being the ultimate heel that he is, started attacking it all throughout the night. The question was, will Cody survive? Could Cody win? Everything else. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Everything. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. Well, now we do know. That's what we were saying all night. We don't know if Cody's going to be able to be 100%. We don't know if Cody could win, blah, 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 blah. Well, now we know. After a, god damn, what was it? I swear, maybe an hour-long match, but it felt like it was 10, but it felt like it was everything you could want it to be. Highs, lows, ups, downs, holy shits, holy fucks, no's, and yays. Everything you could ever want a match to be. Cody Rhodes won. Cody Rhodes won while hitting 3 crossroads, one with a gosh damn sledgehammer. And I was here for it, boys. I was here for it. I was here for it. Cody Rhodes defeats Seth freaking Rollins. Yes, that's his actual name. Seth freaking Rollins inside Hell in a Cell and ends the night. Will he be 100% tomorrow? No. Will he be on Raw tomorrow? Possibly. Will I be watching Raw tomorrow to give you all the fallout from what happened tonight? Yes. Oh my God, that was so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our video. The matches, the events are over. What are they doing on the network right now? I don't know what they're doing on the network right now. Something about yeah, they're doing something. I don't know. Anyway, the event is over. Premium Live event is over. Everything's good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching the video. I am Tyler, and I am out.